All right, big 3, 2, 1 boom on this huge experimental dispatch from the patch, live from Norman's Summer Breeze. By the way, kids, today brought to you by Founders IPA, the all-day IPA. Founders IPA out of parts unknown. Go get it today at the cellar or any other favorite liquor store in Norman. Okay, this is an Energy Boom 101 dispatch from the patch. We're live from Norman, Oklahoma. This is Summer Breeze, so we're going to call this one the Sunday Sermon. And at some point, we may actually work our way into a radio talk show. We may morph into that, and that'll be K-Barrel, K-B-R-L. And if that happens, we'll give you a heads up, because what'll happen is you'll see a barrel roll. We'll explain it. That's, of course, named after K-B-R-L. The barrel, of course. You get it now. You'll get a barrel roll. In the meantime, we're going to let you know what's happening here in Norman, Oklahoma. We're trying to track a boom. We think it's happening. We think it's arrived. We just don't know how long it's going to last or where it's going to go. But the good news is, this is one way to track it. Summer Breeze Concert happens during the summertime in Norman, Oklahoma, which is what we call, and we've trademarked this, so don't challenge our intellectual attorneys on this one. They'll rake you over the coals. We call it the summer simmer of the bubble and buzz of the boom. Did you catch that? We had to stutter on that one. We're not going to trademark the stutter because that'd be an awful thing to do. But this is indeed, you got the bubble and the buzz of the boom that happens during the fall, and you got the summer simmer that's a bubble and buzz of the boom happening. And that's what's happening right now. And we think that this will increase over time. And if more than 6 people decide to watch this show, and we can get Wall Street on board, what we'll probably try and do is track this thing for as long as it lasts, which is probably 10 years, I would say, give or take. Think of a big thunderstorm rolling through that lasts basically about 10 years. Anyways, I hope you're getting a good idea of what's going on here in Norman, Oklahoma at the Summer Breeze. That's the John Arnold Band playing. Little trivia here, John Arnold was my 7th grade football coach. I know that impresses everyone because I was defensive end. Unbelievable. But he was my 7th grade football coach, so it all comes full circle here at Energy Boom 101, where we connect crude consciousness and cannabis, one gusher at a time. It doesn't have to make any sense. We just have to talk about it, and eventually it all makes sense. And we'd like to give you some relevant information if we had any. I'm trying to think of anything big happening in the energy world other than Warren Buffett's decided to, I think, make some more direct investments in energy, which is always nice. That's a big trend we follow. We'd like to follow Warren, not Warren G, Warren B. He's in the Haas. Other big energy trends, other than it looks like the boom should last for 10 years. I don't have anything specific because I didn't bring my Daily Oklahoman or my Wall Street Journal, and those are the two veins that we mine for the diamonds of content. Anybody following this at all, by the way? We're now, believe it or not, almost 3 minutes into this dispatch. And I'd give you a barrel roll because I'm dying for information. I'm actually dying on stage right now. So I'm now going to shift to letting you know that the big trends in energy continue to be big trends. And why is that? Well, the United States just recently became the world's largest oil producer. That's pretty significant to say the very least. It appears that natural gas continues on its trend to become a globally traded commodity like oil. At which point, I would suspect that the United States will be probably considered one of the, what you would call, low-cost producers. By the way, my voice just broke, so I'm probably going through puberty again at the age of 48. It's gone. I've had it happen 12 times now. So, let's say that 5 to 10 years from now, you get liquefied natural gas plants all built out. Natural gas becomes a globally traded commodity, just like oil. Sure, everyone is sort of competing with everyone in the neighborhood. That might be really good for the United States because my hunch is, and maybe my hope is, there's your bias creeping in, that the United States will be what's known as the low-cost producer. So we will basically have the market share of natural gas around the globe. Maybe not, but it sure looks like we have every shot at being one of the leaders in the market, and that's for natural gas. For oil, well, we're already the world's largest producer, so that's got to confer something. Although we are not allowed to export our oil, so that constricts our ability to bring that product to a much larger global market and get a better price. But they'll get that figured out. As a matter of fact, I think measures are already taken to allow for ultra light oil to be exported, and I think they call it condensate. So we're going to do our best to keep up with all this stuff as it happens. We'll snap pictures of the headlines. We'll send them to you. They won't make any sense. We won't give a shit because this is all madness anyway. And all I'm doing is killing time till we can get to the 7-minute mark, and right now we're at 5:15. But it does feel like there's real value here with the information I'm giving you. And there's a Boston Terrier right there. Most unbelievable beast alive! That could be Hayden's eyeballs, but I don't think so. Shout out to Hayden, he's beautiful. But I digress. So, energy trends, why they're still big. Okay, let's see. United States, now the world's leading oil producer. That's really significant. Natural gas prices, by the way, now low enough to, they will stabilize somewhere in the $4 to $5 range, which I'm willing to bet will allow the United States to be a low-cost provider to the rest of the world and still have plenty of natural gas companies making good money because they'll lower their costs with technology over the next 10 years. They found the resources. Now they're going to harvest them, and they're going to make money at the front end with the drill bit, and they're going to make money on, I hate to say it, folks, here it goes in the rear end. Boom, just had to throw in that little sexual innuendo there because this is rated R, I think. And they're going to do that by reducing costs with technology, and that'll just slowly but surely eat away at costs and increase profit. So you don't have to capture more oil to be profitable. You got to find the oil, capture it, and then reduce your cost. At least that's what it looks like, but trust me, I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. And suddenly things got quiet, so if anyone's listening to me, don't listen to me. Run now. For the rest of your life, run. Also, there is... let's see, there's probably a few other trends out there that are supporting that an energy boom should last for about 10 years. Oh, yeah. Basically, most of the largest agencies in the world, whether that be the International Energy Agency out of Paris, I think, or OPEC, or whatever's the equivalent of an energy agency in the United States, everyone seems to be throwing out the term 10 years, where the United States shale, North American shale, will take market share from everyone else, which is primarily OPEC. For 10 years, everyone seems to admit that. So that's where I put my faith. There's your fulcrum right there. A 10-year boom, it looks like, until things change, and I don't see things changing yet, at least not here from sunny Norman, Oklahoma. Your front porch to the boom. We trademarked that as well, kids. This is your front porch view of the boom. And this in particular is the summer breeze in Norman, Oklahoma. Now, let's take this up a notch. Get ready for, oh shit, a barrel roll. Oh shit, you're going through a barrel roll. That's like a Mobius strip in your mind. You just went through a barrel roll, and we're now on KBRL Talk Radio, covering the entrepreneurs that are setting up shop in Norman, Oklahoma. As people, by the way, there's people come to Norman, which will continue for 10 years. New businesses like this one will set up shop to cater to them. It's an amazing concept. So I'm letting everyone know that cares to find any product or service that I can only hope is deemed good for the greater good. You know what that means. We'll come to Norman, take advantage of these crowds, and set up your business. Now here's one called Ash and Wit's Frozen Fun. It looks pretty incredible. We'll probably go talk to them eventually. I have to tell you, I love the color of the truck. Pretty amazing. The font is incredible, and we'll talk to them off camera. But these are the kind of things that you're seeing happen around Norman, and it's going to happen more and more often, I can only hope. And as we get close to the 10-minute mark here on the barrel, at 8:38 after the hour here on the barrel, KBRL, we are going to probably wind this dispatch down. I feel like I've been able to give you a nice overview of the Summer Breeze concert in Norman, Oklahoma. If we had someone we could interview, we would do it, but I think we've scared everyone off, and that happens. That's all right. There are some identifiable aliens behind me as we speak. We'll take note of that. Anyway, this is probably going to be it for this dispatch. We'll come back and check out these summer breezes, and I think how we'll try and measure it is we'll see how close the crowd gets to the sidewalk, so we can measure the volume of people. I know it's not the most scientific way, but it helps. And I would bet for the next 10 years, I would like to think that this will probably sustain itself and maybe flourish in some way. And at some point, you'll probably have the boom problems. I suspect, unfortunately, I will come here sometime to show you collateral damage of the boom, which is, it could be violence, it could be crime, no one really knows, but that's what happens when a ton of people get together in a boom. For Energy Boom 101 and KBRL, this is Professor Irwin Corey, 321 Boom.